just with the surgery and stuff, where were you at going into it? Because I think you actually had a post, and I could look it up, but you could probably tell me. I did read it though. It was like something you said about just like where you were at in life at the time. Do you remember that post you made?
I don't
I could
remember.
also look it up if you want me to, real quick.
Yeah, I say a lot of stuff.
You said something about like just like living kind of what we're talking about now, like the life you want to live and stuff, and then just kind of where you're at as far as like being scared about like what's gonna happen to you. But let me find it real quick because it was actually
Okay.
pretty good. Okay, here's what you said. Um, Tomorrow's out of my hands. Today I get to live and breathe. I thank God. I thank the devil. I have no hate for those who don't wish me harm. For those who do, you will see exactly what I'm capable of. I haven't seen a limit. Best believe I will always think I'm nothing. This is what I thought was pretty cool when he said, best believe I will always think I'm nothing special, but I'm certain that if God allows me to, I will reach the heavens. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to challenge them one day. Until then, I'll keep going down the road you have carved out for me. If it's in front of me, I will be a vessel that you can use. I am nothing. Nothing is always there. In the same way you look up at the stars and see nothing, that's the way I view myself. A big milestone for me. I'll remember this forever. Who knows? Wouldn't it be poetic to get my degree from University of Stanford? They gave me a chance to follow my dream. So in return, I'll go back and fulfill my other goal. But mostly that part about nothing is there, and the same way you look up at the stars and see nothing, that's the same way you view yourself.
Yeah. So when I say that, I didn't have the I didn't have a bad childhood by any means, and I know a lot of people had good childhoods. But no matter what, I will never think I'm special. I don't. It took me probably about till about my fifth pro fight to even think that I was capable of doing anything special. And even now, being in the UFC, that doesn't mean anything to me. After I do my thing and win titles or don't win titles, that won't mean much to me. I will I want to leave a legacy, maybe, but when it comes to how I view myself, I know that I must think I'm capable of doing something to achieve anything. Um, but I will always have that part of me that doesn't think that I am anything. So as I was writing that, I got to a point where I'm like, okay, nothing is perspective. If I think I'm nothing, and really what that means is I just need to make sure I'm putting people ahead of me, in front of me, above me, not quite above me, but at equal terms. Me, myself, and I think I'm nothing. That's the little boy in me. As I grew up to be a man and I got to prove stuff, prove not only to myself but others that I am capable of different things. I know now that nothing is not always what it seems. It's nothing in this sort of term, but if you look on the broad aspect of the stars in space, it's like we can't see that far ahead. So in that point of my life, um, thinking back to where I was a little kid, and that point of my life, that's I see myself how other people have treated me, and then my accomplishments weren't there. So as I started to accomplish things, I still kept the aspect that I'm nothing, but I got to see everything that nothing was capable of. So it's like as I continue to grow and continue to be the man I'm destined to be, I realize that though I think I'm nothing, and that is the though I think I'm nothing, that doesn't mean I get to place a limit that I'm capable of nothing. I still want to see how far I can grow. I still want to see how much I can obtain. That sounds greedy, but I mean that's just how it is. I want to see where my limits stop. So whenever I think of nothing, I don't just think of the bad. I think of what could be as well. So it's just it's more of a perspective piece that I may think I'm nothing, but when we see nothing, is it because what we are focused on, or is it what we lack in either imagination or lack in um, what is actually there? Like, I guess So there's imagination, and then beyond, it's like how far we can actually see. So when we look up to the stars, you kind of see stars, but a lot of it's just black, and it's beautiful in a way. So you see it, but we know that there's something far beyond that. So when we're looking at the stars, do we say we see nothing, or do we see everything? So my nothing and everything is the same for me. But it's more of making sure that I'm balanced in a way. So I know I need to make sure that I think I'm capable of things, and I do. But I also know that I need to make sure I don't put myself in a standard to where I think I can't get knocked out, or I can't get hurt, or I can't get finished. It's like, no, people can. I'm just human. People can do this. So it's a way for me to balance the I guess the demons in my head.
Right. It sounds like it's almost a perspective. Like you used to just believe you were straight up nothing or something like that. But
Yeah,
we all kind of do, right? Like we all come from just humble beginnings, I guess, or like not being much. You know, you gotta everyone has to make a name for themselves. So maybe we all kind of struggle with that. But also the fact that you kind of switched it and you went from like nothing also means like possibilities, kind of what you're
yeah,
saying, right? So like you switched the narrative, like nothing meant nothing before, but then you changed it to where like nothing also means like possibilities in life and like infinite possibilities, like when you look up in the stars, basically. Because
right.
the universe is infinite, right? But I get what you're
Yeah,
saying. It's it looks like nothing. But there's infinite possibilities out there. So that's what you pulled out of that, which is kind of cool. You know,
right.
everybody's got to do that, kind of like create narratives for themselves and balance out their minds. You know, like because we're all individual like that too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people we don't really change much as we grow. Like you'll keep like the core part of you, and then you'll learn how to either be more mature, more disciplined. You'll learn qualities and skills that you need to survive and to be an adult and to be successful in your way. But me growing up, that was such a huge part of my personality. I don't think that that's gonna really leave. So instead of me jumping and being that same kid that was like kind of down on himself and did all this, I just kept I just I guess was optimistic in the way there. So now it's uh, nothing for me is more of a word of growth. I know that as long as I continue to believe that I'm capable of growing and that I'm capable of doing things, um, then I will not be stagnant. And that's really what I care about. As long as I can grow, I know what I love.